Okay, so this is my opinion on The Guardian by Margaret Mallory. It's book one of the Return of the Highlanders series. So, I liked this one. Yeah, I've got a thing for Highlander books for the most part. Whatever, it's who I am. So, yeah, this one follows Ian MacDonald and Shayless MacDonald, I believe. Well, she's part of Clan MacDonald anyway. So, uh, in I liked it. The whole premise of the story is that when Shayless was 13, her. Oh, and also, we're back with the Dickhead Dads Club, too, in this one. A father and a stepdad for Shayless. God, women just do not have good relationships with their fathers in these ones. Ah. So we starts with Shayless's stepdad is trying to arrange a marriage between her and his absolutely horrible son, and so she runs away to and runs into Ian, and they're childhood friends. Oh, that's something I should say. The opening of this, there's a prologue where the four heroes of this, each one has their own book, go to the local witch, more or less, and get their futures told. For this one, Ian's was that he would marry twice, once for hate and once for love. So, okay, that's his setup, although I'm not going to tell you the other guy's prophecies. So she runs into Ian. She's like, please help me get out of here. And he's like, okay, I'll help you out. We can get you to my parents, my uncles. Maybe they can help you out. So they end up spending the night together in the woods, which, go figures. They get found the next morning by Ian's dad and uncle, who's the chieftain of Clan MacDonald. And they're like, well, you just compromised her virtue. You guys spent the night together with no chaperone, so guess what? You're getting married. It's also because she's the heir to a really strategically important castle that they want to keep in the family. So that's why they're also like, yeah, you guys gotta get married. And Ian rages at it and is super pissed, and yeah, it does not start out on a good foot. So they get married, and he doesn't consummate it. Well, they don't consummate it, and he fucks off to France for the next 5 years to fight. So in those 5 years, he and his four besties, Duncan, Connor, and Alex, or it's his three besties, there's four of them, they finally come back home because Connor, who is the son of the chieftain, his dad and his elder brother were killed, so now he's got a shot at the chieftainship, and his evil uncle has taken it. Because, of course, there's an evil uncle. Poor uncles are always evil. It's never aunts, it's always uncles. What's up with that? So, anyway, they get back home, and they're trying to be sneaky about it, setting it up so that way they can get Connor to be chieftain and kick out Mr. Evil Uncle. And in the process of that, Ian is like, nope, I'm getting this marriage annulled. I don't want to do this. Getting an annulment. Then he comes in and he sees her, and it's been 5 years. They have not seen each other in 5 years, and well, guess what? Miss Awkward 13-year-old has grown up to be quite the beauty. Go figure. And Even's all like, oh, shit. I might want to rethink this. And you also find out that she's really smart, and he's been helping, because she's been living with his family for the last 5 years, and she's been helping them run everything, and like, oh, she can manage a household, and gets along great with his family, and he's like, and she's hot. Not bad. Ian is kind of a dick in this first part. I am not gonna lie. He is just like, so, oh, I've decided I'm gonna marry you now. So yeah, you're cool with that, right? Like, we're gonna make this a real marriage. And she kind of tells him where to shove it, because she still has feelings for him, but she's just like, nope. No, you left me for 5 years. I've been dealing with being the unwanted wife for 5 years. Fuck you, man. So they end up having Ian tries to woo her. It's a lot of seduction. Yeah, of course they end up getting together because doy. And it's like, oh, okay, things are going well. And I like it because in the background there's still all the stuff going on with the clan and like trying to figure out how to outmaneuver evil uncle to get Connor in charge. So I like that there's that going on in the background. So then of course this was the one scene that made me do the eye roll moment, is that things are going so well for their relationship, and oh, well, because they do not do the do quite yet. Ian is like planning, like, yeah, tonight we're gonna do it. Fuck yeah, because he's been blue ballsed pretty hard, and he is DTF. But they have a gal working for them who she's kind of the local floozy, and she compromising situation arises that leads to Shayless thinking that Ian slept with her. She freaks out and runs off to the to Sterling to get an annulment from the Queen. And so that happens. They, of course, he ends up stopping her, and they don't get the marriage annulled, and everything turns out to be fine. And so then after that, yeah, they end up, start sleeping together. It's, and the sex scenes are fine. So then they get back home, they start dealing, they're like, okay, we're getting ready to make our move on evil uncle, but then shenanigans happen, and Connor, Alex, and Duncan are basically taken out of commission, and she is kidnapped by her evil stepdad, and, taken back to her family castle to be forced into a new marriage because somebody told them that, oh, she's actually got an annulment, she's leaving Ian. Free game. So they come in and he rescues her, and then, they get Connor on the throne, though evil uncle escapes, so I'm sure he'll be popping up. He will pop up as a future villain. And they live happily ever after. It ends with an epilogue 9 months later, and she has twin baby girls, and yeah, it's a happy ending. Complaints with this, there is a lot of near rape attempts. Well, there's not a lot, there's 2, but that's a lot, in my opinion. Rape attempts on Shayless. I don't know. It makes sense because one of them is her evil stepdad trying to force her to bear him a child from his line because he needs it so he can claim the castle. And the other one is a man in a position of power going, well, we could be friends. I don't like it, but I guess it's era appropriate, but it was just one of those things that she had to get saved from that twice. I was like, really? Twice? Come on. Because that was the thing, like in the first one, she had a knife, like she had a dirk, like under her skirts, but she was like, oh, I can't figure out how to get it. And I was like, come on, you could have given her at least a little badass moment where she like is able to fight back or do something, like save herself for once. So that's kind of the downside. Ian does get better by the end of the book. I also liked that this one, we get the confessing their feelings a lot earlier, that he realizes he's in love with her after she leaves him, when she almost gets their marriage annulled, but not like in the direct aftermath of that, where it's like she's gone and he has the, oh shit, I love her moment. It's like after that he realizes, I'm in love with her. I kind of liked that it wasn't just in the, oh, she left me moment. Well, time to get hit by the clue by 4, that I am in love with her. So yeah, I like this one because there was actual character development for Ian, that he did kind of go from, just for his, I guess, at least his point of view changed on it with Shayla's, that he did kind of have to earn her a little bit, that there was actually some change with that. I will say this one's really similar to The Chief, which is another Highlander novel series by Margaret McCarty or something like McCart. I don't know. Let me look it up really quick. I read a good chunk of that series a while ago. Monica McCarty. That's what it is. So yeah, it's kind of similar to that. It's a similar premise of 2 people being forced into a marriage that neither of them wants, and then you kind of just make the best of it. This one's different because they were childhood friends, so there's more backstory to it and like their relationship. I still liked it. I still gave it a 4. It's probably like a 3.75 out of 5. It's really close to a 4. I liked it. I'm kind of a sucker for these Highland series. So yeah, enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to read the rest of this series because, again, I was reading the synopses because why not? The next one is Alex, which his whole thing is that he's sworn he is never, ever, 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 ever getting married. But then, of course, Connor calls on him to make an arranged marriage because they need allies. This is the 1500s. It's one of the main reasons to get married is for political alliance. So there's that one. The next one after that is Duncan's, and his whole thing is he was in love with Connor's sister. She got married off to somebody else, and now she's back. And yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm still a little burned from the Highland Guard series. That's the one with Chief. Was the first book. Because that one, when I fell off with that one, there was some hardcore pining going on, and I can't do any more of the goddamn pining. And that is also what the last book in this one is. Which is about Connor and a girl from the clan that she's not of high rank, and he needs to make a political marriage, but he wants to be with her. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. I can take pining every now and then, but yeah, I'm not over Highland Guard yet. So I don't think I'll continue on with this series. It was definitely worth it if you're into Highlander books. I recommend. So now I am on to going and figuring out what my next 3 are going to be. I know the next one in the Mystic Bayou series will be popping up in here. So yeah, 3.75 to 4 on The Guardian. So yep, and that's my opinion on The Guardian.